Happy Sabbath. This is Pastor Wentland Paul bringing you another voice note. We affirm faith and we celebrate critical Christian thinking. This morning's topic, the spider sanctuary and the beauty of singular solutions. The spider sanctuary and the beauty of singular solutions. The scene, a tropical forest trail in the Caribbean. Morning mist creates a cool canopy as contemporary guy and Bible guy walk along a winding path. The sound of exotic birds and rustling leaves accompanies their footsteps. Contemporary guy breaks the silence, stopping abruptly, phone in hand, and bawls out with amazement. Wow! Check this out, pointing the sign ahead. Spider Sanctuary Protected Research Area. This is going straight to my Instagram story and starts recording. Bible guy chuckling. Put the phone down for a moment, son. Look at this place with your eyes first and then the camera. Contemporary guy, lowering the phone reluctantly. Fair point. But seriously? A whole sanctuary just for spiders? That's kind of wild. What's so special about Caribbean spiders anyway? Bible guy approaching the information board. Well, let's see what we can learn. Reading. Home to various tropical spiders, including web builders, hunters, and jumping spiders. He pauses. Hmm. This reminds me of something I read about. A very fascinating spider. This is a special species of spider, which is not from here. Contemporary guy. Oh, yeah? What kind of spider? Bible guy is thoughtful. There's a species of spiders in Israel's Negev desert. They practice something called matriphagy. Matriphagy. What is that? Matripho what? Bible guy. Matriphagy. The offspring literally consumes their mother alive after hatching. She becomes their first meal and only meal. Contemporary guy. Grimacing. That's kind of actually weird and horrifying. Why would any spider evolve something so brutal? Bible guy, leaning against the sanctuary fence. Uh, this, the conditions of the Negev are absolutely extreme. We're talking about a desert where temperatures soar, there is zero rainfall for 5 months, and virtually no food sources exist for these tiny spiderlings. Contemporary guy. So Mama Spider becomes dinner out of necessity. Contemporary guy, nodding gravely. It's not cannibalism, it's substitutionary sacrifice. Without her complete sacrifice, every single offspring would die. There are no alternatives. Contemporary guy processing. That's final? That's going to be very, very strange. So, no other form of survival strategy? Nature usually finds multiple solutions. Bible guy is shaking his head slowly. That's what makes this so remarkable. In what I call a singularity solution. This is a singularity solution. Contemporary guy, singularity, like AI singularity. The tech world talks about that all the time. Bible guy, different kind of singularity. This is about there being only one solution, one way out of an impossible situation. No alternatives, no partial measures, no gradual improvement. It's complete sacrifice or sudden death. Contemporary guy leaning against a tree. Okay, I'm following. But why are you getting that look in your eye? You got your sermon face on. Bible guy laughing. 30 years of pastoral work and you can read me that easily? You're right though. This spider behavior reminds me of something profound in scripture. Contemporary guy. Let me guess. Jesus dying on the cross? Bible guy, specifically John 3:16. And I quote, For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. Unquote. Contemporary guy is slightly rolling his eyes. Come on, Bible guy. You comparing Jesus to a spider being eaten alive in some desert? That seems like a stretch even for you, Bible guy, holding up his hand. Hear me out. Hear me out at least before you make your statements of judgment. What if I told you that humanity face the same kind of impossible situation as those spider offspring in the Negev? Contemporary guy, curious, despite finding it very unusual. Okay, what's the impossible situation? Let's dive deep in. Bible guy, spiritual death, complete separation from God, with absolutely no bridge to that gap through human effort. We are in our own kind of desert. No spiritual food, no water of life, nothing. Just facing death for certain. Contemporary guy, thoughtful. You saying it like this? We're stuck in the spiritual wasteland with no resources, and we're going to die unless. Bible guy, unless someone sacrifices himself or oneself completely for our survival, not partially, not temporarily, but totally, just like that mother spider in the Israel's desert. And temporary guy, quiet for a moment. But that's what gets me about Christianity sometimes. It seems so extreme. Why couldn't God just, I don't know, lower the standards, make it easier? Because he's the boss, anyhow. Contemporary guy, Bible guy responds, gesturing towards the lush forest around him. Look at this paradise we're walking through. Abundant water, food everywhere, perfect conditions. Now imagine trying to survive in the Niger, scorching heat, no water, for months, nothing to eat. Contemporary guy realizing the environment really is harsh. Mm, the environment determines the solution needed. Bible guy, exactly. In paradise, you have options. In the desert, you have only one. The extremity of the need demands an equally extreme solution. The spider mother can't partially sacrifice herself. It's all or nothing at all. Contemporary guy, pacing. This is actually blowing my mind a little. So when John 3:16 says God gave his son, what does that really mean? Bible guide, the word give contains the most complex transaction in the universe. Think about what had to happen. The immortal God became mortal, experiences death, and the Trinity itself was disrupted. Contemporary guy, stopping. Wait, disrupted? What do you mean, Bible guy? When Jesus cried out, my God," that cry of dereliction, why have you forsaken me? That was the divine fellowship being torn apart. From our perspective, it looked like chaos within Godhead himself. Contemporary guy, mind processing. So the divine side, on the divine side, there's all this infinite complexity, Trinity, incarnation, cosmic disruption, Bible guy. But on the human side, contemporary guy, catching on. It's beautifully simple. Just like those spider offerings in the desert don't need to understand the harsh climate or ecosystem. They just receive the benefit of their mother's sacrifice. Bible guy. Ooh, very good. And that means whosoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life. One straight line, death or life. Contemporary guy, sitting on a fallen log. This is making me rethink everything. You're saying God absorbed all the complexities so our choice could be simple? Bible guy, think about it. You could spend a lifetime trying to understand Trinity doctrine, atonement theory, incarnational theology, but none of that comprehension is required for salvation. Contemporary guy, looking up, just the choice to believe. But why leave us with a choice at all? Those desert spiders, offspring, don't get to choose. They just simply eat. Bible guy sitting beside him. That's what makes it even more remarkable. Even in our complete helplessness, God preserves human dignity by honoring human agency. We are valuable enough to be given the choice to receive what we cannot earn. Contemporary guy, quiet contemplation. So it's not that God chose a harsh method when easier ones were available. Bible guy. It's the only method that could work in our spiritual desert. The singularity makes substitutionary atonement not arbitrary, but absolutely necessary. Contemporary guy, standing up, energized. This changes how I see the whole gospel message. It's not God being demanding or exclusive. It's God's way of providing the only solution that actually exists for our impossible situation. Bible guy. And here's what really gets to me. The conditions that make this necessary are so extreme. It's like Israel's Negev. You've got temperatures that create 43 heat stress days per year. 43, 43 heat stress days per year. Rainfall that drops to just 25 millimeters annually. Contemporary guy interrupting. And, this spiritually, we are in an even worse desert. Bible guy, exactly, completely cut out from the source of spiritual life with no capacity for self rescue. And temporary guy picking up his phone again, but hesitating. You know what? This conversation needs to be shared, but not as just another social media post. This deserves something deeper. Bible guy smiling. What are you thinking? Maybe a podcast, contemporary guy response, or video series. People my age need to hear this perspective that Christianity isn't some outdated moral system, but the only solution to an impossible problem we face in a spiritual desert. Bible guy starting to walk again. Just remember, even this conversation, as profound as it feels, is just scratching the surface of an incomprehensible mystery. Contemporary guy following on, like seeing fragments of light through a prism. Bible guy, exactly. But that's the part of the beauty. We don't need to understand it completely to be transformed by it. Those spider offsprings in the shed don't comprehend desert ecology or their mother's sacrifice. They just live because of it. Contemporary guy looking back at the Caribbean spider sanctuary. Who would have thought a tropical spider sanctuary could lead to understanding desert spiders and revolutionize my view of John 3:16? Bible guy chuckling. God uses the most unexpected starting point sometimes. Even a simple nature walk can reveal the greatest truths. Contemporary guy, thoughtful. You know what strikes me most? The singularity aspect. In a world of infinite options and multiple choices everywhere, the idea that there's only one solution to our biggest problem is most offensive. Almost most offensive, let me put it that way. Bible guy nodding. It eliminates human pride completely. Our problem solving abilities, all our innovations, all our alternatives, rendered helpless in the spiritual desert. Contemporary guy. But that also makes the choice more precious, doesn't it? It's not one option among many, it's the only option in existence. Bible guy is stopping at the clearing. That makes grace even more astounding and outstanding. Grace is both astounding and outstanding. In a situation with absolutely no escape, no alternative solutions, we still offer dignity of choice. Contemporary guy looking out over the lush forest canopy. I feel I need time to process all this. The implications are staggering. The paradise we are walking through just makes the desert singularity even more stark. Bible guy placing his hand on his shoulder. Take all the time you need, but remember, those spider offsprings in Israel, Hash Negev, don't need to fully understand their mother's sacrifice to receive its benefits. Contemporary guy smiling. Faith over full comprehension. Bible guy, now you get in it. You continue walking in the comfortable, contemplative area of the sanctuary, the lush green tropical paradise around them, serving as a stark contrast to the desert conditions that necessitate such ultimate sacrifice. As a conversation settles into their hearts and minds, this ends the dialogue between contemporary guy and Bible guy of the singularity, referencing the death of Jesus Christ. Thank you for listening. This is Pastor Wendell Paul signing off on Sabbath Voice Notes.